starting right now.
All right.
Go ahead and take a look at the 2 deck lists. There should be another interesting one. So Gerard's list is very different from that 4th place list. He's playing. Yeah, he's well, okay, it's not very different, but it's different enough.
It's pretty close. It's pretty close. So
I mean, you're running a couple extra forced Terras. You got an extra Gumbaroo.
Hornets comes. So this is actually.
But yeah, no, it's kind of a net deck.
Actually, I think that Lightning is really realizing how weak they can be to water now, and that's why we're seeing more radioactive Hornets in the main decks.
Mm-hmm. Well, and at the second extravaganza, that's what led the Lightning deck to finals. It was a Lightning deck with 0 Quets in it.
Yep.
It was all Ding Bells and Hornets, and it won because no one was. Well, it didn't win; it got second, but it beat every water deck that was in its way.
New Beginnings just came down for Gerard here, and let's see what happens here because New Beginnings. I don't know. He only got to play a Aura.
Yeah, 1-drop Aura, and then he must not have liked his hand all that much. But at that point, why do you keep it?
Steve looks like he got some good cards out of this, so he got a Power Up Red.
I believe that's what the common folk would say sheesh to, or something like that. In any case, yeah, there's options now. Gave Lightning the gas, but Spirit doesn't so much mind that. It can slow things down, and it's not like those tokens are humongous hurdles to get over. You can chunk those down fairly easily.
Also, this Lightning deck is playing the
Lightning Shards. We've got some Aurifacts in play now.
That's 2 Prism Auras as the first 2 Auras. So Steve is probably wondering what is going on here. And then here comes, what is that White Stag?
I believe that's White Stag, yes.
That is the Ping Club promo White Stag.
I did not know that existed, but
I didn't either. Oh, there's another Lightning Glass.
There's just so much now for Steve to work with.
Yeah, Steve has a grip full of.
But again, though, board states can be deceiving in this particular matchup. Let me take a look here. What is Steve? Does he have any first anniversaries? Not in his main deck.
No, not in his main deck.
He's got 2 in the side, but none in the main. So he really needs to take this first matchup. Otherwise, I think he'll be in.
Is that what I think? Is that a 7 Thunders? Or
that is a 7 Thunders.
This is 7 Thunders Lightning, guys. We have not. I don't think we've ever seen this on a stream before.
It's 4 Thunders, honestly, because he's not running a full set of them. I think, but yeah, having multiple of those in hand, they're just another good attacker. Some people are more partial to the Gargantuan Gliders, but I think the 7 Thunders work well.
Well, it looks like Steve actually plays quite a. Well, maybe he doesn't play too many more beasties than usual because it looks like 4 7 Thunders, 4 Radioactive Hornets, 4 Quets, so that's 12, 13, 14 with 2 Phantom Cars.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right.
Are the Phantom Cars really like beasties?
I would count them because a lot of the times they're attacking. Like you don't see them.
True.
You don't see them negating attacks very often anymore.
I disagree, but maybe that's just because I'm playing critters into them.
Yeah, well, I mean that would definitely be true though.
Yeah. The infinite power in the main deck is an interesting choice from Steve, and I think that could really be something that hurts Gerard here.
Steve is getting really far ahead here. Oh wow! So another lightning bolt in his hand. So he has 2 lightning bolts. He can lightning bolt that Gumbaroo and take care of it. And then he also has Power Up Red to put on one of his flyers, maybe. But I don't think it would be too wise to use the Power Up Red right away because he would be kind of committing when we haven't seen any sleeps coming down from Gerard yet.
Well, but as we saw in Logan's matchup, there's outs to the sleep. You can there's the Power Up Red. That was quick. That goes into 7 Thunders. And I mean, there's other options that you can lightning bolt your own beastie if it has that power up red, wake it back up. And I think with lightning, that's always the threat. I think that's why we don't see Morpheus as a 4 in like every single deck, because there's options to wake them up. Even something like Bubbling Brew will do it. Granted, he's not running those in his main deck or in his side deck.
That is true.
How dare he disrespect the critters? Leave you guys in the people hands. Tuffy, as I step out.
So it looks like Steve is probably hoping here that, oh wow, there's a power up red to meet the other power up red. So we'll see how this goes. Steve does have a lightning bolt sitting in his hand, so he's just he was fingering that, just kind of waiting to see if he can use it. Now, if he did use it on that stag, he would not be able to deal with it, because I do believe that does have the spirit trait. So Gumberoo is sitting back as a blocker. Maybe that's what he was thinking about, is lightning bolting the Gumberoo here. Oh, that is a second anniversary sitting in his hand now. So he has second anniversary and lightning bolt sitting in his hand, kind of debating on what to do here. Gerard's kind of just like sitting back like, what's up? Go ahead and do something. All right, lightning bolt is taking care of that Gumberoo. And then the Seven Thunders crashes in, that has the power up red, and then the other Seven Thunders, a token and a radioactive Hornets. And now Steve is just sitting back with his second anniversary, just waiting to be able to counter something that I'm sure he wishes he would have had that a turn earlier, but it is what it is. There's the Morpheus on the power-up redded Seven Thunders. That's going to take care of the Seven Thunders. Steve did use his Lightning Bolt to get rid of that Gumberoo, so I bet he wishes he had that Lightning Bolt now. Here comes the White Stag, crashing into the red zone. All right, Steve's turn. Let's see what he does here. See what he can draw, and that is another Seven Thunders. So Seven Thunders number 3 comes down. They do have tribal boost, so they get each of them are getting plus 20 attack. So Steve is just crashing in. He's just gonna race. Like he's winning the race here against Gerard. And Gerard is going to have to start being reactive here soon. Oh, here comes Bell Witch, bringing back the Morpheus, maybe? Did he roll it? Right, so what I would do right here is I would get back the Morpheus to go ahead and use it on the Seven Thunders. Wow, he attacks. Okay, so he's attacking with the 2 stags. I think that's the second stag, and yeah, this is actually interesting. So he's just trying to race here, and I don't think he's actually going to win this race, because Steve is just a little bit more overwhelming. Those Seven Thunders are actually making a difference here. They're just racing at this point. So welcome back, Speed. I hope that
I was watching from my throne, if you will.
that's interesting.
Call of the Thunder.
That is Call of the Storm is going to come down here soon, I think. Like, if he just grabs 2 Quetzes, I think he just wins the game.
I think this is GG go next.
Caster Society's Steve Barrios here is going to take down game 1, I think. Yep, there it is. This is the Call of the Storm. I'm gonna bet that he's gonna get 2 questions, right? What do you think?
I mean,
Now, if he had two 7 Thunders, that would probably be a little bit better.
it would be, but he only runs 4 in his deck, and I believe there's 3 of them on the board right now, so I think we're about to see 2 of them down. Maybe I was going to say maybe a Thunderbird?
Uno and Dos. So that's going to be 180 from just those 2.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a intimidating board state to find yourself in.
Yeah, he's just going to the face here. And
Yeah.
Bell Witch, Gerard actually attacked with Bell Witch.
Interesting.
That was very
Well, it does
interesting.
do confusion.
It does, but he
Can't be very
attacked
relevant.
Steve to the face.
That I don't understand. That one, I don't know if I get. Although, he does have a Morpheus in there. Was the Morpheus there when he put down the Bell Witch?
Yes, the Morpheus was in the bin when he had the Bell Witch. Yeah.
I can't justify that. It's like I was like, I'm doing my best. here,
Maybe
but
he
I
just
can't.
didn't realize, you know.
Could be. But he does now have to roll for the Bell Witch, and is going to have to attack immediately.
I mean, when you sit down across from
Is that a
Steve,
6? I can't tell.
when you sit down across from Steve, oh, now he's getting the Morpheus back.
There it is.
So when you sit down across from Steve, you're like, that man is a manly man. Look at that glorious beard, that hair,
Luscious hair.
Those-
Glorious beard.
those big brown eyes.
All right, now I'm gonna stop you right there before we get too far into that. It looks like we got a Superino going to game 2. Well, that was a much quicker round 1 than the last Spirit Lightning match we saw.
That was definitely an interesting game. Steve just basically got to a point to where he was just overwhelming Gerard. Gerard could not keep up. The Morpheus, so him using Bell Witch to get that Morpheus that turn was a little bit too late.
I mean, what would he have needed? What would he have really needed it for last turn? He could have been saving it. That's
That-
the other option, because after you play it, it then goes to the afterlife.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, Bell Witch is unfortunately not as good as Gassy.
So
If it was, actually no, if it was, Spirit would be way too toxic, and I'm glad that it doesn't just infinitely copy them like Gassy does.
No.
Can you imagine 4 Morpheuses every turn?
that would be ridiculous. But if you all heard that screech, that was Liam again.
I'm assuming he's the only one playing Dark today. I could be wrong.
You're probably assuming correctly. I mean, it's kind of crazy. There's more Spirit players than there are Dark, but that is a big thanks to Kendall from Southern Heat Collectibles for just popularizing the Spirit deck.
Kendall
From
is Southern Heat Collectible, if I'm not mistaken.
he is Southern Heat Collectibles. Yes. But yeah, no, he definitely popularized that by getting 4th place. Yeah, let's go ahead and look at the table number 2 right now, the feature going on, and get some action in while these guys are side decking and preparing for game 2. So it looks like we have Fearsome. Oh, wow. So Cosmic may be comboing here, and Fearsome Critters is just trying to do something. I don't know what game this is.
I'll say this. Fearsome Critters does not have options to deal with this. If Jonathan is aware of that and is declaring beasties, which I believe he is, with the
Yeah, it's game 1 is going to be just
Flatwoods,
completely
it's-
locked out, right?
yeah.
Like, is there any outs to the combo?
I don't know that there's any outs in the side deck.
Well, for the main
'Cause
deck.
I've been in the main deck. I guarantee there aren't.
So, well, he does have 2 first-year anniversaries. So if he was able to just play 2 first-year anniversaries, he'd be able to do something maybe.
Let's see. Unless he doesn't doesn't have the combo in hand to pick it back up. But I would think that he would. There's no way. Okay, now down comes the Reptoid. Targeting the Gumbaroo. I don't think he has the other Alverde.
Oh wow. This is actually really interesting.
That makes it a lot more interesting. If you don't have that second Alverde, you can get locked out pretty easily. That said, there's a couple of beasties that are scared.
Yeah, but if he can keep up with beasties like Fresno Nightcrawler, putting gun on it, taking care of the fearsome critters in play, then he's probably going to be able to not worry too much about what else is going on here.
That's true. Yeah, the Cosmic Ray Gun is very strong against fearsome critters because it can hit Gumbaroo. Gumbaroo only doesn't take combat damage; it takes plenty of other kinds of damage.
Yeah, that.
Now attacking with the Alverde Entity, blocking with the Gumbaroo. Why would? Yeah, I was gonna say there's no way you bounce that. There's no way. Why would you give that to them?
That gun upgrade, that's going to do a lot of work here, but this is another way that Fearsome Critter actually loses a lot of the time too.
I do like that Jonathan keeps grabbing the Alverde like, you gonna bounce it? You gonna bounce it? It's like, no, absolutely not. Why would I do that? It's insane. But here's the thing. I don't know that Critters has an answer in the side deck.
Yeah, let's... Okay, so Absorb Wars do come in. That's going to help a lot. And, I mean, that's kind of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Absorb Aura is probably going to be coming in for the next game.
I mean, this feels like it's over.
Yeah,
personally,
this game looks like it's over.
Reptoid and Flatwoods. I mean, unless he has some way of dealing with the Flatwoods like this turn, and he might, in all honesty, the option is there. But I just, it feels like there's a lot to overcome. Granted, he still hasn't taken a ton of damage, and the jellyfish aren't aliens, so they aren't getting boosted by the tribal boost. And he didn't even use Reptoid for the tribal boost that turn either. He tried to steal the Gumbaroo.
Yeah, this is kind of looking like it's probably game over. So I think we're going to go ahead and switch back over to the first feature match table and see what's going on there.
Well, should we or should we wait to see what happens here? Because I'm thinking that Jonathan he's in a good spot right now, but I think he misplayed by not having two Alverdes. He can't get the loop going, which means that he can, and you can fatigue Roperite. Wait, does Flatwoods have flight? I don't think it does.
Flatwoods does not have flight.
Oh yeah, then you can just kill it.
Well, he can kill the Flatwoods now, but that Reptoid Ruler is going to put in a lot of work, though.
The Reptoid Ruler can put in work, but I don't think he's at a point where he can't come back. Personally, I could be wrong about that, but I think if he deals with that, it's a winnable matchup for him, especially with the amount of Gumbaroos he has on board. And he has enough beasties to where Caster Gun, while annoying, isn't game-ending.
Louis does have first anniversary, so playing first anniversary, he's going to be able to... it looks like he's going to try to kill the Reptoid Ruler. That's interesting.
Yeah, that wouldn't be my initial target, but I could be wrong. Wait, is it his birthday?
No.
It is.
No.
It's his birthday.
For real?
Yes.
Okay, so first anniversary deals 25 damage to basically anything you want to, and it costs 1 aura, and it removes all traits until the end of your next turn, right? But if it is your birthday,
I believe it disables them is the wording that they're now using.
Right.
Because nullifies. There, yeah.
But if it's your birthday, it costs 0 aura to contract and deals 75 instead of 25, which is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And
I thought it was it 75 or 50?
It's 75.
Oh, because he only put. Then how did the 50 get on the Reptoid? Unless he used it on the. I'm confused, but I'm just gonna go with it. I'm gonna assume that they played the card correctly.
Yeah, I don't think I'm wrong. I think it is 75.
That sounds right to me. But I saw the 50 and I was like, okay, I guess. But I suppose he also could have just swung into it with like a Gumberoo or something, and chosen not to bounce it. Let me double check. If only I had access to some sort of card database that was created by one of our sponsors. If only.
Yeah, that's a really good tool. So the tournament, one of the tournament sponsors also.
They might have misread that because it does say plus 50.
Okay.
So there's a possibility that they may have misread that.
So Caster Society is one of the tournament sponsors. Plus, they were gracious enough to allow us to use their stream for the Metaversity stream, and check out their app and all, which the players are using live on the stream, and also check out their website. There's a lot of tools that I have been using ever since I started playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get familiar with everything, so you can do quick searches, all that kind of stuff, look at decks, etc. But
in the future, though, I believe the plan is to stream on a Metaversity Twitch channel.
Yes.
So look forward to that if you're in chat right now.
Yeah,
and I'm sure we have a lot of viewers that are going to be jumping in and out, going between the live Poke Auctions events that are going on. There was like MetaZoo Madness weekend.
Well, also,
they're doing like 24 hours of streams.
Also,
okay.
Also, Brad, the card dad, is doing a.
You were not joking about not being able to find the stands for these, were you?
Brad, the card dad, is currently doing a Whatnot stream as well, so feel free to check that out as well, guys. But right now, it looks like the Cosmic Players is taking over the game. And we just...
I'm trying here, man.
Give us one moment, ladies and gentlemen. We are having a little bit of technical difficulties.
Our TV fell over. And it just unplugged itself. Have you won yet? No, I lost because I didn't.
All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We apologize for the technical difficulties, but it looks like
it was an interesting technical difficulty.
Right. It does look like Fearsome Critters is trying to come back here, but I don't know if that's actually going to happen.
Well, it has dealt with the two biggest threats in the deck. There's still some Gumberoos on board. Yeah, the Caster Gun can do something about them. But without stars in play, your lizard people aren't going to be able to keep up with that either. You do have the option of the jellyfish to do some poison damage, but because the deck is more focused on that Flatwoods Loop.
Well, he's just
It's
picking
not
off-
running as many.
He's just picking off the fearsome critters now. So
Yeah. Now
That's-
now he might be too far behind because he's not. But if he hits a draw card, he can come back very easily. I think.
yeah, that's true.
I mean, they're pretty far into this. I don't know if this is game 1 or 2. But if this is game 1, and we're 25 minutes in,
is that-
okay, yeah,
is that
yes,
a
it is.
New Beginnings?
Yes, no, it's a new year.
It looked like a New Beginnings actually. Or wait, no. That's
I was gonna say, in what universe is Critters not playing
Yeah,
New
that's-
Year's?
that's
I
New
don't
Year's.
have to walk over there and smack Lewis upside the head.
Also playing.
Yeah, he does not have New Beginnings in the side. And there it is.
Oh, he discarded Nightfall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Nightfall card. I recently sided out. I think I'll probably put it back in though. I like it
that
in
is
main.
3 lightning in a bottle sitting in his hand.
But you don't
Along with an
want the
Aura
lightnings.
Absorb
But you don't want the lightnings.
and a bookmark.
The Aura Absorb's nice. Yeah. And it gave him a Squonk. Perfect. Yeah, I was going to say, he's at a point now, he doesn't want the lightnings so much as he wants beasties. He needs beasties.
Well, bookmark comes down
The bookmark does come down.
from that aura.
Did he? Oh, he
From the
second.
Aura
He's
Absorb.
second anniversary.
Oh,
Second
Okay.
anniversary that they both drew
Alright.
one instead, but he got a power up right off that.
yeah, that may
That could be a difference
that may
maker.
come back to haunt him.
What, the second anniversary?
Yeah, using second anniversary on the bookmark instead of holding it for the power problem.
That's true. That's true. But I think he just wants to keep his opponent in an area where he can keep caster gunning him down. And I think the jellyfish is the only thing left with caster gun. Now that I look at the board state,
Does jellyfish even have caster gun?
I believe so.
No, because that's a foil underneath it.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's not just the sleeve? It does kind of look like a foil. I'll give you that.
It's 2 jellyfish.
Is it 2
So he
jellyfish?
does not have
No, that's a UFO under. That is the UFO symbol on the top left. I don't know what that card is. Wait a sec. He's what else? What cheeky things is he playing? We have
Alright, so now it looks like
laser beam upgrade.
Louis just has to start picking off Jonathan's board now.
Wait,
And
laser
then-
beam upgrade? Is that it?
That's the gun.
Oh, is it? I thought that was like cosmic
Laser
ray
beam
gun.
upgrade.
Lasers of. Oh, that is. Yeah, I thought it was. I thought it had a different name. Womp womp. I'm stupid. Ignore me. That does look like a hollow, but I'm fairly certain that that's just the gun. The most American card in the game. Actually, no, caster gun is because that's literally just a gun. Well, I suppose they did have to reference the fact that all the best players are from Texas.
Is it?
No offense, Mr. Oklahoma. Holding it down.
I claim Texas.
So I think Texas claims Oklahoma, so you know.
No,
Oh.
are they moving to...
Oh, that is cheeky.
What happened to all of his aura?
Wait.
Oh,
They're on the
moved-
side.
He moved the aura over to the side. That's interesting.
I thought it was already over there. I thought it was over there. I could be
okay.
wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I
I'm
can be
willing.
wrong.
I'm willing to think that I'm an idiot, but that Area 51 could put in big work though.
It can, but I don't think. Yeah, I think Jonathan just lost the board presence because he's decking out here.
I told
Yeah,
you.
he's
I
drawing
told
with
you.
the blanks.
You deal with the two big threats, and suddenly you're looking a lot less scary. Now that he has the stars down, though, at least his lizard people, if he has any left in deck, can put in some work.
There's jellyfish number 3.
But now the question is, how do you deal with the Gumbers that are already on the board? The Area 51 will help with
Oh, wait,
dealing
okay,
with any ones that already
that
come
is
in.
the gun upgrade.
Yeah, I told you.
All right.
Okay, well that's how you
Wrong.
deal with
I
them.
was wrong.
Very interesting matchup, though. And, a big part of MetaZoo is like knowing when to scoop, but with a matchup like this that's so back and forth,
Did he just leave the Chaos Crystal back on top?
I think he did. That was Dark Watchers, not Bookmark.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I was actually
Oh wait, did he
curious.
leave the Chaos Crystal on
Yes,
top?
I think he left the Chaos Crystal on top and put
I don't know how I
First
feel about that.
Anniversary underneath the
I
Chaos
don't know how I feel about that. Oh, they might just be going. Oh wait, what just happened?
There's a shuffle effect.
What was it? Is my
I
question.
couldn't see it. I think it was off camera, actually.
The hardest part of setting up these streams is figuring out how to frame everything properly.
Well, yeah. Okay, so
That's not. I mean, that's not on you. That's on
Oh,
like the
was that
players
a,
more than
was that a
anything.
New Beginnings?
It could have been.
Yeah, I
that would
think
be
that was
my
New
guess.
Beginnings.
Yeah.
Because
I don't know how I feel
Fearsome
about
Critters
New
is-
Beginnings of Fearsome Critter deck, but
Yeah,
you know.
that's a little sketch.
Yeah, and his hand wasn't particularly fantastic. I mean, the lightnings were nice, and obviously getting rid of the power up red is good, but he didn't have a ton of beasties, and you've given him that. And the beasties are what makes, that's the thing, the beasties make the caster gun less effective. And the Roperites can remove flying, so you could, assuming those survive a turn, and I think, yeah, we're going to, are we seeing it used for an aura type? No, okay, he is, all right. Using
So
it
he's
to remove the
removing
flying,
yeah.
and then
bouncing.
taking out, no,
Oh,
he's
okay,
killing,
all right,
he's
yep,
killing.
yep, he's
Yeah,
killing.
Gumbaroo is an option, okay,
Yeah.
and then we're going next game. Yeah, that was really his last out. I think if he had just played it a bit slower, he might have had that.
All right, let's go ahead and take a look at table 1 here.
I told you we should have kept an eye on that. We shouldn't jump back right away. You thought that one was
Oh,
over.
wow. Okay.
Hello.
So Steve is putting the beats down right now.
Well, you say that, but
Here comes the Quetz.
here does come Quest. What's the... In terms of life points, they're pretty close.
Yeah, but
pretty close.
Quetz just looks like it's going to start taking over now.
That's true.
Because Steve has 3 Quets in play.
But one of them was brought, or 2 of them were brought in by the call. Or no, that's a lightning split. Okay, so no,
Yeah,
never mind.
Yeah.
And he probably used lightning split to wake up some of his dudes. So now it looks like both players are just considering what to do. There's an established board state down. All right. Established board state down for both players, to be quite honest, but a lot more intimidating board state from Steve. Gerard's going to have to make some real magic happen here. Bell Witch, that's a good start. Fatigue that. Take and copy a Morpheus. Sleep that bird. You leave it up as a defender? Is that what happened there? Interesting. See, the tricky thing with this matchup for the Spirit player is they want to, like, destroy the smaller beasties on the board while sleeping the larger ones until they get to a point where they can destroy them. But they don't really have an answer to be able to hit flying. At least not one that they want to play. You know, Spirit decks aren't too keen on dropping the first anniversary celebration when that gets rid of their largest asset. That is the invulnerability that Spirit aura typing gives you. Or rather, the Spirit trait gives you.
Yeah, this is a really, I don't know, this is looking really one-sided at this point.
It's certainly not over yet, as you do have 2 sleeping Quets. At least I think the other one's a Quets. But okay, no, never mind. Power up red. GG. GG, go next.
So he's going to be swinging in for
190. Yeah. That is absolutely brutal, and he has other things to swing in with as well. I think this is it.
Yep.
This certainly feels like it.
All right, that
Handshake.
is Steve Caster Society. Steve Barrios wins the round, so he is moving on to a 2-0. All right, now we are back to the other feature, just in time to see a classic opening from Fearsome Critters. Bookmark.
Oh, that second anniversary mat is adorable.
Okay, all right. I was gonna say, did Jonathan keep a no aura hand? But he has
No,
his aura
so
all the way over to the
yeah,
side,
Jonathan's been playing his aura off to the side. He already has an Area 51 down as well. This is not looking great for Critters, I'll be honest. That is like the scariest thing when you're playing Critters
Well,
into
we
this
have
matchup.
we have a double lighting in a bottle. So let's see what Louis does here.
Yeah, because of the Area 51, every beastie that he brings into play is going to come in scared, and he doesn't have a way to get rid of that. So he's going to have to
Oh, it's
roll.
confused, isn't it?
Sorry, yes, confused. It is confused. As I was evidently on how the card worked. No, it is confused. Yeah, because he has to roll so he doesn't hit himself.
Is he attacking?
I
I thought it was a.
I thought he was attacking for a half second there, but it looks like no, he is going to be.
Okay, yeah, he converted. Okay.
Yes.
So there's a bookmark that draws a.
There also might have been.
Orb.
Okay. Yeah, that's nice to see.
That is kind of huge.
So is the rest of his hand, if you take a look at it.
Yeah,
you
His
know.
hand's pretty good.
Nightfall, New Year, New Beginning, Aurafact. Granted, you can't really do much with the Aurafact right now because it'll just get absolutely destroyed by the pants that are in play, the Fresno Nightcrawlers, as it were. Aura Absorb. Gonna draw your card. Hello?
Oh, there comes the other.
He
lighting
did
in a
not
bottle.
draw off of the Aura Absorb that I saw. If you want to... Yeah, keep going. All right. So they're still debating what to do. There's a second anniversary and a New Year, New Beginning in hand. There are options here. But I don't know. I guess he did go for the New Year's. Or wait. Wait, did he second anniversary the second anniversary? Tuffy's taking a look right now. We'll figure it out after this. But I think it's second anniversary the second anniversary. It's an interesting matchup because Critters Cosmic is just so back and forth. It's really just fun to watch. Leon, knock that off. Knock that out. You're not going to open the monitor. Just look at someone else. That's not my problem. What's going on? Liam's trying to plug in his phone. Okay,
Looks
what
like
happened?
They are trying to correct the misdraw off of the Aura Absorb. I think.
Okay, so he didn't
think
draw
they
off
did.
the Aura Absorb.
Yeah,
I
he
heard
did
something
not
about a
draw off the
second
Aura Absorb.
anniversary and onto another second anniversary.
So yes, there was a New Year's New Beginnings played in a second anniversary played in response to that.
And then a second
But I
anniversary
think-
played in response to the second anniversary.
I think maybe the second anniversary was drawn off of that Aura Absorb. So if he didn't miss that, or if he didn't miss that draw, then
I see.
that
I
would
see.
have happened. So
Yeah, reversible game state. Thankfully, at that
Yes.
point. Yeah. But I do see some bubbling brews in hand. You got some brewskis. Although if
Yeah.
they're getting binned,
luckily we have Krost on as the table judge, and he's trying to make sure that the game state is accurate.
losing that Alverde entity though, that's got to be rough. He does have access to the black hole.
Well,
There's some.
once Alverde entity's gone, then that's pretty much it. Unless he plays, does he have in his list
So we're just going to take a look through his side deck here, see what he's got. If there's any way that he has to get Alverde Entity back, I'm not seeing one.
No.
I would say like
That's a squawk.
I think what
And a first anniversary,
yeah,
so
GG. It's his birthday too, so yeah, that just kills it.
that's insane. That card is so busted when it's your birthday.
So I think another option that Cosmic could have if
How many bubbling brews are in his hand right now?
a few and one actually.
just one,
yeah,
yeah,
because he
alright,
binned
alright.
the other one with the
Yeah.
New Year's. Now, what is interesting to me that I haven't seen is that there is a card that just lets you scoop up one of your Cosmic Beasties. It's a 2-drop. Sure, it's not as good as Alverde, but it might be a decent backup for players to consider.
It does help. What's the name of that again?
I don't know. It's not on this list.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was saying. I would advise maybe siding that for some of these matchups. I will say though,
okay, never mind. I thought both of the decks looked pretty thin, but
there
they're
was
thicker than they appear.
yeah. To me, I think the biggest problem is that Jonathan has made some misplays in timing, or maybe he just felt that was his best option in the moment. But Lewis is just hitting what he needs when he needs it. And I've seen him play Critters before. He's a good player. I'm not as familiar with Jonathan, but he is part of Smoke Squad, and Smoke Squad, as we know, is a very good performing team.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I wasn't
Smoke
sure what the
Squad
right word I was looking for there was. They're a good team.
Yeah, Smoke Squad is full of really solid players that do grind a bunch of the tournaments that happen all around.
Yeah.
So
He's not there because of nepotism. He's there because he's a good player.
exactly.
And I think he knows what he's doing. He does still have options. Supernatural Black Hole is something that Critters are going to have to potentially deal with in this matchup. And with no access to...
Critters is just running away with this game.
They are. But again, he has the Supernatural Black Hole in his what's the word I'm looking for? Hand. I forgot the word hand. Chapter, if you will. Yeah. So now it's just a matter of seeing. It's hard when there's no counter. I don't know if he has any fearsome critters off board, but right now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, 7 because he's got the. So they're each getting plus 60, which is potentially a lot of damage. I'm trying to take a look at what the aura situation is looking like, though, and Jonathan's just not having a whole lot of luck in that regard. Plays the bookmark, hits his third aura, but I think this one's going to be over before he has a chance to smack down the black hole and reset the board. Excuse me. Mike as well? All right. It's a difficult situation that they find themselves in, I will certainly say. Yeah. Again, sometimes Critters just draws the nuts, and there's not much you can do about that. All they really need... Yeah, okay. Yep. GG. Pack it up. I'm calling it. Calling it in favor of Fearsome Critters right now. 3 or... Yeah. There's nothing you can do about that. It's unfortunate. I don't know if that's enough for game, but it certainly is not a great look for how things are rolling so far.
Hello there.
Hello. I'm joined by a guest commentator, our wonderful photographer. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Jason Santana.
Alrighty.
What do we have here?
So right now we have game 2 between Forest and a Cosmic deck, and it's kind of looking like it's over. Lewis has been... Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. Lewis hit the cards he needed to counter Jonathan's lockdown in the first game. Yeah, he was able to take out the Flatwoods Monster and the Reptoid Ruler with some well-timed first anniversary celebrations. And just now in this game, he played a New Year, New Beginning. His opponent played second anniversary, and then he second anniversaried the second anniversary. So the New Year's still went through, which is absolutely obscene. But hey, it works out. And the thing is, with that going down that way, both players would then draw a card and then immediately discard that card because of just the chain playing back in reverse. But yeah, no, he was hitting exactly what he needed at the right times. So that's going to be it for both of our featured matches.